What's happening, guys? Steve J here. Once again exiting the college parking lot. Nothing new there. I'm always over here, it seems like. We're taking this exit instead. We're taking the south side exit because the north side exit's crawling with cops. And, well, I'd just rather avoid that entirely. Alright, so in my last video, I said I would talk in the next video, which is this video, about what happened in the video, 2 videos prior. You got that? So what happened? Well, 2 videos ago you saw I was riding with Artopure. Well, we rode that trail that was in that video. After that, we headed to Publix, got some drinks, got some Gatorades, and those Gatorades are gonna be kind of critical to the story. So we go to get the Gatorades, and then we decide to head up north of where we were. We hit up some dirt roads. Now, at one point, the dirt road had a gate to keep you from going further along the canal bank, but next to the gate, there was a big opening, like a purpose-built opening that was big enough to fit the DRZs through. So we didn't really think anything of it, and we went through it. Now, you might argue that was our mistake, which I suppose it was, but we're not crossing into, at this point, like private property per se. It's unincorporated county land. So we cross through this gate and we go along this dirt road, and we just, you know, we're riding down these canal roads for a good probably 30 miles at least of just canal roads, gravel canal roads. And again, like I said, we're on gravel roads. We're not like in the bush or anything, or in the swamp. We're on roads. So anyways, this stuff is all unincorporated county land. And I found this out later by looking at the property appraiser's office to look at the lot lines and the divisions. There's one little part that stretches for about a half mile that is owned, instead of being owned by the county, is owned by the South Florida Water Management District, which essentially is the entity that controls, well, the water. Like Lake Okeechobee, if they need to divert water, if there's flooding conditions anywhere, or if there's drought, the South Florida Water Management District are the people that have the authority over a lot of, they don't own every canal and such, but they own a lot of them, and they own all the major ones. And there's a couple other organizations like that, like the Lake Worth Drainage District. Anyways, so this little section of the road was owned by the South Florida Water Management District. Now, of all the times, and like I said, there's no visible property line. Like when you're going along the road, you're on the road, and then all of a sudden it just turns into Water Management District property, and then it ends further on. So we went through this not knowing this, and it turns out that someone from the Water Management District saw us and called the cops because of trespassing, which is kind of stupid because we were going through and, you know, whatever. So they call us for trespassing. The cop never bothered to go out and try to find us because they figured that we were going to be long gone. Yeah, so this guy calls and says that we're heading north along this road, that's that little stretch of water management property. We go along and we head further up, and keep in mind the cops aren't actually going out to respond to this call yet. So then we keep going up, and we see a gate, like an actual impassable gate, and we can see the actually I-95 in the distance, and we figure, well, it's the interstate. There's you know, there's gonna be like barriers and walls and such. We're not gonna try to hop on there. So we decide to turn around. So we head back south. come to find out later, the guy saw us heading back south and called again. And the sheriff again didn't respond because they figured we'd be out of there by the time they got there. And we should have been. Remember those Gatorades from earlier? This is where they come into play. So neither of us had. I didn't have my my Camelback on me, and he didn't have one either. He had Gatorades in his backpack. So we actually head back south a little bit and exit onto a main road again. But this exit was right off of what ended up being the water management's property. We exited and pulled off to the side of the road because, for one, I didn't know where I was exactly, so I needed to check my GPS, and for two, we decided to stop and get drinks. Well, stopping to get drinks turned into standing on the side of the road for about 15 minutes, just taking a breather and chit-chatting. Then the cop shows up. And essentially, we apparently could have been, and I did look up the statutes, and it's true, we could have actually been arrested for trespassing. Arrested and gotten the bikes impounded. Does that seem excessive to you? It seems kind of excessive to me, especially considering it was a road. But, you know, whatever. Long story short, we got ticketed. And, yeah, that's it. That's how that went. It all got resolved. Anyways, it's taken care of now. But, yeah. Busted in possibly the lamest way possible. We literally just sat there waiting for the cop to show up because we didn't even know we had trespassed. We didn't know we had done anything illegal. Anyways, guys, that's that story. Peace. Wow. Let's do this. This is always fun to do. Crazy kids in your dang street legal dirt bike machines, rapping all over the place and messing stuff up.